Where is the chat? Reset. Oh, I did something. Shoot. How do I fix that? Okay. I somehow pushed it off the screen. Delete it and re-add it. There it is. How am I screwing this up? Does that work? Okay. This way. That's better. Let's squish it in the corner more. That's better. There you are. Yeah, I actually shoved when I went to mess with it. I'll show you. First, let me get the chat over here where it belongs. Switch that to live chat. Hey, Asger, thank you very much for the PayPal, Asger. I appreciate that. Paid my water bill. Michelle's doing okay. Just really. Okay. Let me answer that real quick if I can catch it in time. Nope. That was Michelle. Give me 1 second. I'm sticking with studs for now. Hang on a second. Hey. Michelle? Hello? Yeah, I just started my stream, so I won't be answering the phone for a while, but did she plug the new wire in for you? Good. Stop bending the wire. Those things are like $15 a piece. That you were bending the other wire. I can see where it's bending. You got to be careful, okay? You do it. You do it without even thinking about it. You're so used to doing it, you don't even think about it. You just do it. You got to be careful, okay? Oh, I wasn't sure if that was as long. Okay, I'll try to find it. Actually, you should be able to plug it into. There's the second wire there, the red one. Okay, that wire's 3 pieces. You have an adapter that converts it to USB-C. Then you have the red extension. And then you have the micro USB cable for the headphones. If you unplug the gray cable from the red cable, no, never mind, that won't work. The other cable C to C, never mind. All right, I got to find an extension for you. Bye. Michelle has this really bad habit of when she has a USB wire plugged into her phone, she likes to hold it like this so she can hold her phone and keep it plugged in. And the problem is that destroys the wire. She bends it so hard trying to keep her finger up by her phone that she destroys the wires right there. And she destroyed the wire. So I had to bring a new wire, but the new wire is shorter. I got to find a long one. And I've got to get her out of the habit of doing that. I found another cable that I might try. That the cable has a 180 degree, hey red light, the cable has a 180 degree jack in it. So the wire will actually come up behind the phone like this. And then she should be able to hold it without damaging it. The problem is now you're transferring the stress to the jack in the phone. And that's a lot harder to replace than the wire. Well, that's the problem with a 90-degree adapter. Unless it's a flush mount adapter, unless it really sits flush against the phone, all you're doing is transferring the force to the adapter, which transfers the force to the jack inside. At least with a regular cable, she's just damaging the wire and not damaging the phone. Because damaging the wire costs $12 to fix, damaging the phone costs $100 to fix. What she has to do is stop doing that. I try to get her to what I need to do is bring her a second phone. You know, that doesn't have, obviously it won't have a cell phone. Man, I hate these sores. That doesn't have a cellular connection, but it connects to Wi-Fi so she can access YouTube. And then have her, you're not allowed to use the phone while it's plugged in. Unplug it, use it. When it dies, that's it, you're done. Unplug the other phone, use that, and then plug the other phone in the charge. This way she's not holding the phone and charging at the same time. She does. She has a ring grip on the back, but it's more comfortable for her to hold underneath. It's what she's used to. She remembers me telling her not to do that, but as soon as she stops thinking about it, she goes back to holding it the way she always does. And I can see the frayed wires, where she bends it. So it's a matter of training, but I got to make sure she doesn't damage the jack on the phone because I can't afford to replace the phone. And it was definitely her phone that was wacky because as soon as I put her SIM card in the new phone, it connected to everything. It connected just fine. Hey, 3D Medic and Cyber Bob. Said hi to Azure. Thank you again for that PayPal. I really appreciated that. Big Bad Joe, and did I miss anybody? By the way, this using Space Desk and the tablet as a second screen for the whole stream last week that I was using the tablet as a second screen. I'll show you. I can show you. So this is actually an extension of my desktop. When I go off my desktop, you can see the mouse right there. So this is actually an extension of my desktop. And it's almost no lag. But it only used, 16% of the battery. That whole stream, it only used 16% of the battery. So yeah, definitely going to use this from now on for the chat. It's a much bigger screen. It's not using a separate device like this. It's actually an extension of the screen. So it doesn't time out like the phone does. Much better. Space Desk rocks. Yeah. Sorry, I know that's nasty. I had these new little pearl earrings. These are cool because they have a screw-on back. So the back is threaded, so it threads on, and there's no pokey part in the back. It's nice. Plus, they look cool. They're obviously not real pearls. I mean, when I look in a close-up picture, I can see the seam from the mold. But I don't care. They look cool. And they're gold-plated, and that does seem to be legit. And it has the the screw on back, which will be less annoying for my ears. But the holes are still healing, so I still can't put hooks in them. I have to use studs. If I use hooks, I think it's a combination of the hook being thinner and the hook being curved that it rips up the channel inside there. So they're not healed enough for hooks, but anything that's a stud works fine. So right now I'm limiting myself to round ones like this, because when you do this, your finger just slides over it instead of snagging on it and yanking it. But, I got some cool bracelets. I got that one. I love autumn. I like maple leaves. So that one's kind of cool. It just barely fits. It's a snap thing. So I can't imagine people's wrists being small enough to use those other two. It's just hard for me to imagine that. And here's a really freaky one. I got this one. I like this one a lot. It looks like it's actually made of copper too. But these are cool because they're split. So you can reshape it to fit your wrist. So no, it fits my gigantic wrists because I can reshape it. But it looks like it's actually copper. Now, here's the crazy part. The lady at the gas station where I go to buy cigarettes for my neighbor. Normally I wouldn't buy cigarettes for somebody, but he's my neighbor and he's stuck in his house. He can't get out. He's stuck in a mobility chair. And so whenever he needs them, you know, I go get the money from him and I go to the gas station and I get the cigarettes for him. But anyway, she noticed the bracelet and she said, "We have the same thing." And she showed me that she had these in the display case where they sell jewelry and stuff at the gas station. Because the tourist stop as well. Because it's right on Interstate 40. It's literally off the exit, on the exit. And hers had horses, but I can get that one too. And I was like, "What are you selling those for?" It's like $30. I was like, "Do they sell?" She's like, "Yeah." And I was like, she's like, "What did you pay for that?" I was like, "You don't want to know." She's like, "Yeah, I do." I was like, "31." And she just looked at me like, I brought up my phone and I showed her $1.31, and I showed her the exact bracelet she has in the display case. I don't think she owns the place. I think she just works there. But yeah, I'm wondering if I could be their seller. You know, I would even take $5 if I sell it to them at wholesale and then they resell it. I'm still making $3+ guaranteed sale. So I'm going to see if they'll do that. It depends on where they're getting it from. I doubt they're getting it from Temu. They're probably getting it from another American seller who is selling Temu stuff. And it blows my mind that people get upset. People get angry that you're selling them a $1 piece of jewelry for $30 or $20 or $10. So one person's complaining about $10. I was like, "Are you stupid or something? Like, seriously, are you brain dead? What do you think Walmart's paying for it? What do you think the Amazon seller's paying for it? What do you think the gas station's paying for it? What do you think JCPenney's paying for it? What do you think Kmart's paying for it?" They're probably paying less than $1.30. You know, for me to buy these for $1.30 and sell them for $20, that's a decent deal. For the gas station to pay, you know, $3 or $4 for this and sell it for $30, that's borderline too much money. This might sit on the shelf for 6 months before somebody decides to buy it. You know what they pay in rent and how much they pay in taxes and how much they pay in wages. They probably have a box for it so that, you know, it's not just this in a little plastic baggie. You know, like one of these. Okay? That all costs money. Oh, man. I mean, if you're not making $10 off of each one, you're not making enough money. You know, you're not the Chinese wholesaler who's selling 1,000 of these. You're the tourist gas station selling 10 of them a year. People just don't understand how this stuff works, you know? Oh, people would use their heads. The cold last night got down to 17 degrees here. Woo! A little chilly. That's not super cold, but, you know, it's cold. but warmer today. It's going to be like 45, 50 most of the week, which is not bad. I managed to score myself a roast beef and cheddar at Arby's last night. They buy one get one. I was like, yeah, I'll take $4.50 for a half-pound beef and cheddar. But so yeah, I'm gonna try to I can't do anything now. I got $8 in the account. But I'm gonna try to if they're selling these for 30, I should be able to sell them for 20. So I'm gonna try. You know, I've almost got everything I need to start selling the hummingbird stuff to get it ready for spring. And although I probably should try to put some up for Christmas. Maybe somebody will buy some for Christmas gifts. I'm going to try to get some of this kind of stuff because apparently people like this and they'll pay for it. You know, these people are getting so upset. I was like, wait a minute. So when you didn't know what this was worth, you were okay paying $20 for it. But now that you know they paid $2 for it, now you have a problem with it? I was like, is the price okay if you don't know how much it costs? Then the price is fair. All right? If you think it's unfair, you go to the Chinese websites and you take your chance ordering $25 worth of stuff and hope you get what you ordered. All right? Because I've already had a couple of orders where it wasn't what I wanted. It's basically garbage. I throw it away. You know, it's not worth selling and I can't do anything with it. At least 4 times. At least. And that's not cost of the product. That's total cost of the product. So what's my total cost for this? Well, let's run some numbers. You know, what is it? Because I honestly don't know. Okay, so here we go. We have the item. Let's say I sell it for $20. Okay, so now I have to, well, first of all, I have to buy the item, and the item is $1.31. But the reality is I need to buy at least 10 of them. So that's 11.31. God forbid if the person is there ready with the cash and you don't have one. You're screwed because they're not going to come back. You'll never see them again. Okay, they're gone. It's called an impulse buy. All right, and if you don't have it for the impulse, they're going to think about it again when they get home, and then they're not going to buy it. No, you need to have it right there. So there's 10 of them for $11.31. Then I got to spend $6. Actually, no, this is even more money. Because earrings, it's about $6, and I get about 50 of those nice little cards to mount the earrings on. You're not going to get a premium price selling it in this little plastic bag that it comes in, okay? You're just not. All right? And it's even worse for these. You know, it's a little plastic bag like this that they get for half a cent a piece. All right? Good luck selling it, you know, like that. You want to sell it as a more premium product. It's got to look premium, and a lot of that is presentation. A lot of being able to sell a product is all about presentation, making it look nice. So let's say I'm going to make it Christmas gifts. Oh, you're right. I added a 1 instead of just moving the decimal. I'm an idiot. Okay, so the boxes big enough for a bracelet. You know, they're about $4 each. If I buy a lot of them, I think I can get them for about $3. There's probably a cheaper way to get them, but I can't afford to buy the quantity that will get it for that price. Earring boxes I can get pretty cheap. Ring boxes I can get pretty cheap. But something as big as a bracelet box, you're looking at $4 or $5 each. So that's $40 for boxes. Really? $40 for boxes. Okay. Now I'm gonna. That's probably all I'll need for that. That's all I'll need for that. If I ship it, it's going to cost me $3 to ship that. Okay, ship. So this is going to be between $3 and $30. Because some of them I might sell in person, some of them I'm going to ship. Right? So the box I got to pay no matter what, but shipping, I don't have to pay shipping if they buy from me in person. let's say I go to a place where I can sell stuff, like a community fair or something like that. That's going to be between $20 and $70 per event for the booth to have a table there. Okay, and that's the cheap events. You go to a big show, yeah, it's a few $100. Like to have a booth at the Harrisburg Sports Show, $1,700 is the minimum price to have a booth there. Oops, shit. What did I just do? Nothing. Okay. But of course, obviously, if you're just starting out, you're not going to go to a show like that. Okay. Now, on this is the total. This is the money I have to lay out. Okay. Now you also need a license, and in my area, that's $25 a year. Okay. And assume you already have a sole proprietorship through the IRS. Do they still have the Harrisburg show? I heard they might have canceled it one time. Do they still hold it? I missed that show. I like it. It's huge. I haven't been to one in over 10 years. We used to go every single year. Well, we also used to have family there, so. Okay, so this is the reality here, okay? I also need to dedicate storage. Maybe. We went from like late 80s to early 2000s. I mean, every year. Um, let's call it $100 for paraphernalia. That's going to be storage crates, organization, all that crap. Now, this is a one-time. It's not recurring as long as you take care of it. This is one time, not recurring. But I still have to amortize this in my sales. Nice. I just spilled it all over me. Okay, so these are my one-time fees that I have to pay. One-time and recurring. This is every year. So this is yearly. This is per event. This is per ship. The 3 to 30 is for the 10 that we're buying. Okay. And this is potential profit. So that's my per item profit, my per item revenue, and my potential full revenue if I sell all 10. I might sell all 10 in a weekend. It might take me 2 years to sell all 10. And since I don't have $500 to invest in a wide variety of items, I've got to very carefully pick the items I decide to sell and hope that they're popular. Otherwise, it becomes dead inventory and dead cost. I still have to buy the boxes, and I still have to buy the items. So you're thinking, okay, it's $13 and you're making $200. No, it's $13 that I absolutely have to pay, and $200 that I can make if I sell them all. $40 that I have to pay for boxes, even if I sell none. This, if I don't ship any, I don't pay anything. All right, this, you pay whether you make anything or not. You might go to an event, sell 3 bracelets for $60, and that event just cost you money. And then, of course, you have other expenses. Mileage, which is 65.5 cents per mile. And you have to factor that in. Even just going to the post office costs me $4, 6, 12, 18, 24, costs me almost $3 every time I go. So, USPS, $3 per trip. People say, hey, it don't cost you that much. Are you kidding me? I pay $600 a year for insurance. I pay $200 a year for registration. I pay for the electricity in the car. I pay for the tires, which are 75 to 80 bucks each on the car. And you have to factor all of that. You have to, well, you don't need a motor for 50,000 miles. Yes, but I have to earn the money to pay for that motor before I need the motor. So you have to amortize it over the life of the car. That's how they calculate this. This is the official government value. This is what the IRS allows you to declare for mileage. So you can guarantee it's actually higher than this. Because the IRS wants that number to be as low as possible because they don't get to tax you on that. So USPS is $3 per trip. It's $4.50 a trip if I have to go to UPS. Like if the person wants UPS for some reason, and then the shipping gets higher. I think the minimum is like $5 or $6 if I ship by UPS. And I can only pass so much of that on to the customer because of all this free shipping that you get from places like Amazon and Walmart and stuff like that. So I can only pass on so much of the shipping. I have to kind of build the shipping into the price. Because that's what people expect, and the customer's always right. People say, well, they're just drop shipping on Etsy. Have you looked at what Etsy charges you? Have you looked at what PayPal charges you? Have you looked at what your merchant account charges you? Now, let's look at this as well. This is something that people don't think about. Taxes. I don't know about you. I don't fuck with the tax man. Because the tax man's going to rape your ass. And if you want to sell 3D printed stuff, same thing. If you're selling a couple of 3D printed things at a show, you don't have to worry about taxes. Seriously. The IRS is not going to come after you for selling $100 worth of 3D prints. Your neighbors and crap. But if you start actually doing what I do and make a business out of it, you have to pay your taxes. Or they will anal rape you. In fact, you'll prefer the rusty mace over what the IRS is going to do to you. Okay? Or the local government. Oh, God help you. They're even worse than the IRS. So taxes. Right off the top. Right off the top. I think it's either 0.6 or 0.9. 15.9% for SET, self-employment tax. When you work a job at McDonald's, do you know the taxes that come out of your check for Medicare and Social Security? Those the employer calls payroll taxes. They're just federal income tax. Federal income tax is split into 4 taxes. There are 4 federal income taxes. You have the wage earners half of Social Security and Medicare. You have the employees half of Social Security and Medicare. Okay, and then you have and of course, well, you have Social Security, Medicare, and base. And Social Security and Medicare are split into 2. Okay, so it's actually 5. Okay. If you're self-employed, you're paying 2 because the 4 gets combined into 1. Okay? So you have your half of Social Security, their half of Social Security, your half of Medicare, their half of Medicare, and your base 1040 easy taxes. Okay? So that's 5 federal income taxes. But these 4 are actually 2 federal income taxes. Social Security, Medicare. That's federal income tax Social Security, federal income tax Medicare, and it's split. You pay half, your employer pays half. If you're self-employed, you pay it all. Okay? You have to pay both halves. That's 15.9%. There is no deductions on that. There is no refunds on that. There's no rebates on that. Even if you get like a, if you make enough money to get the $7,500 electric car rebate, which 65% of the country cannot get, or if you make enough money to be able to claim the solar energy rebate, you cannot use it toward this 15.9%. This 15.9% is mandatory and fixed. Everyone pays this. That's why when you see the news say poor people don't pay taxes, they're fucking morons. Because every single poor person is going to pay 16% on every dollar they make. Oh, the employer pays half of it. You don't think they subtracted that from the wage? Are you delusional? Okay. Now, that's automatic. No matter what I do. $200, $32 goes to the government. Period. End of discussion. $3.20 of each $20 bracelet I sell goes to the government. So now, just with the base federal income tax, I've now paid $4.51 per bracelet at $1.31. Because I got to pay $3.20 in federal income taxes plus the $1.31 for the bracelet. Okay, so that's $4.50. Add $4 for the box. Okay, now we're at $8.50. Are you kidding me? Oh, it just came back on. Weird. TV actually turned off for a second and then came back on. Weird. If I have to ship it, that's not $11.50. All right, and let's say 50 cents per bracelet for the license. Okay, let's say I only do 100 items the first year or something like that, or 50 items. All right, so now we're at $12. All right, let's say the one-time expenses last 3 years, so that's $30 a year, another 50 cents. So we're looking at $12.50 for the bracelet. And now I also have to pay state income tax, and depending on where you live, local and county income tax. And I still have to pay base federal income tax at $24,000 a year, which is shit income. Median is $38,000. It's 9.6%. Let's call it 10%. All right, that's another $2. So we're now at $15 that I'm paying out for the $1.31 bracelet. I'm only making $5. And that's selling it for $20. And now you know why the gas station sells it for $30. Because they also have to pay rent, electric, and the business taxes, and they have to pay their wages. I mean, but people don't count this. Well, I want it for $1.32 because you got it for $1.31. Fuck you. You're an idiot. You're only upset because now you know what they actually pay for this shit. But you're not factoring on all the overhead. Well, they're just drop shipping it on Etsy. Well, okay, now it's not $1.31, okay? Because if you're drop shipping it on Etsy, you can't get free shipping. You only get free shipping if you buy $25 worth of stuff, and that's per shipment. So you can't buy $25 worth of stuff and tell Etsy to send it to 25 different places, or 20 different places, okay? So now you're paying Temu shipping. That's $1.99. So now that bracelet costs you $3.30. Now you don't have to have the box because you're shipping, you're shipping one of these to the customer. All right. So you're probably not going to get $20 now. Now you're going to get $15 because you're not putting it in a nice box. All right. So now you're selling a $15 bracelet and you're paying $3.30 for it, but you're selling it for $15. So you still have to pay your $25 a year license. You don't need any equipment at home, just your computer. But you also still have to pay your 15.9% self-employment tax. You still have to pay your 10% base W-2 taxes. You still have to pay your state income taxes. And that's not even factoring in your labor. Even if you consider yourself a slave and you pay yourself minimum wage $7.25. Keep in mind, there's no profit here yet. This is just your labor for the work you put out. That's not profit. You don't count your labor as profit because it's not. You expended the labor to get the wage. You paid for it. All right? So when you factor that in, your $15 bracelet's making you $3. Hello? Why do you think I'm thinking about 3D printing boxes for this stuff? The only problem is it takes so long and it costs electricity that I can't afford right now. But I'm thinking about it. Now that's actually more expensive than buying the box, but I've already spent that money. I've got 500 kilograms of plastic. So it's an expended cost. So I can trade off that expended cost and save some money, theoretically. But people don't realize what all of this costs. Now, sure, if you got a fly-by-night seller telling you this is a handmade Southwestern, copper bracelet that he's selling you for $35 on Etsy and he's not reporting any of his taxes, oh yeah, sure, he's just going to have to pay the Etsy fees. Oh, I didn't factor that in either. The Etsy fees. Etsy charges you to sell on their site. What do they charge? Transaction fee of 6.5% of the total sales price, including shipping. So you're paying 6.5% on the shipping, which you don't even get. And a 20-cent listing fee. And you also have to pay 3% in order to get the your payment from Etsy, plus a 25-cent fee per item. So now you're paying 9.5%. That's a lot. Jesus, no wonder people hate Etsy. So you're paying 9.5% plus your, well, this is per listing, which is renewed each time the item sells. So that's a per item fee. That's not just a listing fee. So you're paying 45 cents, which is 4.5% of 10. So that would be 2.25% of 20. So you're paying 9, 10, 11, 11.75% to Etsy. So if you drop ship this bracelet from, let's say you're going to pay your taxes, but you're not going to go high quality or customer service oriented. You're just going to drop ship for a premium price on Etsy. Let's see how that works out for you. So you have 1.31 for the bracelet plus 1.99 for shipping. Okay. And then you have 0. Now that's your price for the product. Now keep in mind you're drop shipping this for, let's say, $30. Let's assume you can get a premium price for it. So you're drop shipping a $1.31 bracelet for $30. Let's assume you can get away with that. You're not going to, but let's assume you're going to get away with that. Okay? So $30 is what your profit is. You're going to pay $1.31 for the bracelet. You're going to pay $1.99 shipping. Then you're going to pay 0.45 cents for the listing fee and the sale fee. Then you're going to pay 9.5%, which is 95 cents. So 9.18.27, $2.85 to Etsy for making the sale. Then you're going to pay my brain's getting fried. 30 times 1, 25.9%. I did something wrong. That's not correct. 30 times 25.9%. That's incorrect. I mean, we're talking 25%. That's at least $7.50. Why is it saying this? Am I typing something wrong? 30 times 0.259. This will give me the right number. What the fuck is going on? Where is it getting these numbers? Where did 27,000 come from? What? Some kind of weird calculator mode going on here? What the fuck is going on? Oh, I typed 300. What the? Wait a minute. Times 0.25. My brain's not working right today. There we go. You're going to pay 7.77 in federal income taxes per bracelet. Okay, per bracelet. Well, no. This is incorrect. We're going to come back to this. This is incorrect. Well, sort of. No, this is correct. As long as you're running a sole proprietorship. As long as you're running a legitimate business and you're filling out a Schedule C, okay, we got to do the math differently on here. I'll show you how to do the math in a second. Okay. Now what else do they charge? There's a shipping label fee, and there's also signature and insurance, and there's also a return label. This is going to be additional, and it's going to be pretty expensive because otherwise people are going to say they didn't get it, and then Etsy's going to side with them, give their money back, and you'll be out the product altogether and the fees. And if you want it back, you got to pay for that too. The shipping is going to cost more than what you sold it for. You're just not going to take it back. You're going to be screwed. So you're going to need insurance and whatnot for that. Let's assume it's $1. Okay. So this is how much you paid to Etsy and the retailer. This is your total initial outlay. So this is 1.31 plus 1.99 plus. Exactly. That's why I said we have to recalculate it. 0.45 plus 2.85 plus 1. So your total at this point is $7.60. Okay, so we take the 30, we subtract the 7.60, and you have 22.4. That is what you owe 25.9% taxes on, times 0.259, and that is $5.80, 5.80, which brings your total expenses to plus 7.6, 13.40 for a profit of minus 30, 16.59. Round up 16.60. So, yeah, and you haven't earned. Well, no. At this point here, you've earned. You've spent or I'm sorry, you haven't. So this here is profit, or sorry, revenue, $0. So at this point, well, no, that's not true either. The only thing you're spending is this. You spend the $1.31 to buy the bracelet. Actually, you didn't even spend that. The only thing you spent is 20 cents. All right, so your expenditure is 20 cents. Once a customer orders something, then you spend the $1.31 and the $1.99. And then you also spend the $2.85 and the 1. So it's all or nothing. Basically, you pay 20 cents. So I should change this. Because it's just we got to make it fair. We got to make it legitimate. 0.20 listing. Then at this point, order. Taxes. Profit. Here we go. Okay. So you're going to drop ship something for $30 that cost you $1.31. It cost you 20 cents to list it. And now, once somebody places an order, all of these fees come into effect because you have to buy the item, ship the item, pay the sell fee, pay their 9.5%, pay for the insurance, and signature. All right. So at this point, you've spent $7.60 on a $30 sale. However, you're going to have to put aside $5.80 of that for taxes, and this is not counting state taxes. You're gonna have to pay state income tax as well. In my state, that's 6%, and that's now. I don't know if I remember correctly. It is 13.4. What was it? 0.41? No, 13.4. That's times 0.06 for 6%. Yeah, no. Yeah, yeah. Okay. And then at this point, you pay 0.80. This is state income tax. So this is insurance dash sig. This is shipping. This is sell fee. This is shipping. This is item. Here we go. So this is SIT. So we actually have to, I think you are allowed to deduct your state income tax from your federal income tax. Since that 80 cents is going to the state income tax, to your state government, I don't think you have to pay federal income tax. It counts as a deductible. Yeah, I'll have to verify this with my CPA, but I'm pretty sure I can take the 13.4 minus the 0.8, and then I only have to pay the 25.9% federal income tax on the 12.6. So that would be times 0.259. So it's actually $3.26. That seems too low. How did I come up with $5.80? I did that wrong. 3.26. 12.6. Did I do this right, or did I fuck it up again? So, let's see. This is going to be easier to use on my phone. It's such a pain in the ass using a mouse to use a calculator. 0.2 plus 1.31 plus 1.99. And if you want to do 3D printing business, you have to do all this math. And if you mess it up, you're screwed. They don't say, oh, just redo it. No, they penalize you. There is no forgiveness. Plus 2.85 plus 1 plus 0.8. So the total is $8.40 minus 30 is $21.60. So I did all this. Okay, wait, I did all this wrong. Okay. So 21.6 plus 0.8. You're making $22.40. We have to times that by 0.06. So you're going to pay. Yeah, I did this all wrong. 1.34 for SIT. Where's the history? History record. Here we go. 22.4. So it's 21.6 that I have to pay federal taxes on. Times 0.259. $5.59. 5.59. Okay. Plus 21.6 for a total expenditure. No, that's wrong. 21.6 minus 5.59, 1601. That was pretty close. You saved 59 cents by by being able to deduct the state income tax. And you sell 100 of these, that's a lot of money. Okay, so it's worth it. That's like $80 if you sell a lot of these. So you want to make sure you do this right. So you want to sell that $30 bracelet, that $1.31 bracelet for $30. You want to sell this for $30. Okay. Good luck. You're not going to do that. You're not going to drop ship many of these for $30. It's just not going to work. People are going to wise up. Can I sell this for $30 at a retail location with nice packaging? Yes, absolutely. It's worth that much. But to do a drop ship on Etsy, okay? This is where you have no product, no materials, and somehow you found a golden child item that somehow nobody else knows about. Okay? Somehow. If you come up with something that's a really good idea, yeah, go search Etsy. You'll see it's already there. And then the capitalism does its thing, race to the bottom. Oh, he's selling it cheaper. Now I have to sell it cheaper. Now he has to sell it cheaper. I have to sell it cheaper. And pretty soon we're selling it for pennies above what our costs are. And then, God forbid, if somebody lives in a place where their costs are lower, you're screwed. You can't compete with that. So here in America, to sell this item is 20 cents to list it. Then, now this is all I have to pay. Now, this is why people are willing to try to do this. But it comes with risks. Because it's possible that this item will no longer be available by the time somebody actually buys it. Because they sell these for $3 or $4 on Temu. You're getting it for $1.31 from the seller who has 10 left, and he's clearing them out. And so it might not be available for $1.31 when you actually go to buy one. But let's say you get lucky. Let's say you somehow by magic you get lucky, right? $1.31, $1.99 to ship it. Etsy's going to charge me 25 cents for selling it. They're going to charge me $2.85. Oh, this is Etsy. ETSY. This is Etsy's fee that they're going to charge. They're going to charge a dollar for insurance and SIG, and you're going to pay $1.34 to state income tax. So let's separate that since that's a tax. It comes later. So $1.34 goes to state income tax. You take this total, and I don't need this. Control X. That goes here. There. So now you have to put aside $1.34 of that for state income tax and $5.59 of that for federal income tax. Depending on how much money you make, this will fluctuate. Okay? So this is pretty much fixed. And this is fixed up to around 25 grand. If you start making more than $25,000, this might actually go up or down a little bit. It's going to go down a little bit until you change tax bracket, then it's going to go up a little bit, then work down again, then it's going to go up again as you change tax bracket. But let's assume you're staying in the first tax bracket. You're going to pay about $5.59 in federal income tax. That includes all three of the federal income taxes you're paying. You're paying, well, technically it's four. You're paying, no, it's three. You're paying Social Security federal income tax, Medicare federal income tax, and base federal income tax. That's a total of about $5.59 plus or minus 10 cents. Depends on your tax bracket. Okay. Now I can't claim any other deductions because I'm not expending anything. All I'm doing is expending time, and they don't allow the IRS doesn't allow you to account for your labor. So $16.01 of this is profit. That then moves to my my regular taxes, and that's where I pay this. Oh no. No, 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 no. They handle sales tax. This is not right. I'm missing a tax. Or am I? I don't know if if business tax is different than state income tax. Do I have to pay two taxes to the state? Like, does the business have to pay a tax, and then the profit that comes to my 1040, then I have to pay the state income tax? I'm not sure. Sync with the video again. Well, we actually know how to fix this. Hold on a second. I'm going to reset this. Man, why shrink it? Why? I hate when it makes me reset all of this. Actually, you know something? I should get rid of the chat out of here and use the chat that's built into here, because I can pop out this chat, and then this chat I can make full screen in this window, and now the chat won't reset when I reset the chat won't reset when I reset the silly thing. That's as small as I can make that window. Audio back in sync now. So every now and then I'll just reset OBS, and that seems to fix it. Oh, I know. I absolutely know it's really hard to watch. Drives me nuts when it's out of sync. Just let me know when it gets, more than a quarter of a second, when it gets annoying, and I'll reset OBS. It looks like it's pretty easy to do that. I don't know if there are corporate taxes that I have to pay New Mexico. I guess I could search. NM business taxes. I don't have this. Gross receipts is taken care of by Etsy. I don't have wages. Corporate income and franchise tax. How much is it? Why can't they just tell me how much the fucking tax is? Go away. This is not what I asked you for. Oh, it's in this window. How much? Give me a ballpark. 4.8%. Corporate income tax rate is wow. If you make over $500,000, you have to pay 5.9% plus a $24,000 fee. Jesus. So for under $500,000, it's 4.8%. But do I have to make that? I don't think I have to pay that. Because in this situation, my corporate income is zero. Because I'm taking the entire 16.01 as my income, which means it's covered by sit and fit. So my corporate net income is always zero. Because I fill out the Schedule C, and what's left over would be corporate income, but I'm taking that as my income. So I'm pretty sure I don't have to pay that. I'm pretty sure you only have to pay that on whatever's left over if you don't keep it as income. So I'll have to verify this, but I believe this is close to accurate. So if I drop ship the bracelet, I only make $16 in profit. So I'm only making 50% of my sale price in profit. And people say, well, that's a lot. Well, yeah. How long is it going to take you to sell one? And then you also have to do all the work to file all this paperwork. You have to place the order in a timely manner. If the order arrives damaged, you're going to have to replace it, or you're going to lose all this, and now your costs go up. You know, that's the nature of running a business. And with 3D printing, that's why you're going to want to make sure if you send somebody a 3D print, pack it well. It's going to cost you more, but it'll save you in the long run. Always sign and insure. If they claim it was damaged, that's what the insurance is for. They claim they didn't get it, that's what the signature is for. And they absolutely will do this. Some businesses go bankrupt because customers rob them. You know, they'll send out a phone, and the person will say, you sent me damaged product. And they'll send back a broken phone. Sometimes they won't even send back a phone. And eBay will still side with the customer and say, too bad, we're giving their money back. Because eBay doesn't have to pay for it. They only care about the happiness of the customer. They don't care about how happy you are. Just look up the horror stories of people doing that. So yeah, and you think $16 a lot. It's not. Plus, you're not going to sell this for $30. Maybe I could, locally, in person, in nice packaging, at a table, I could probably sell that for $30. In a shop or a store, I can sell that for $30. But now your costs go up. Okay? So I go to a local fair. Well, now I'm paying, $60 for a table. I have to sell 4 bracelets. 4! Just to pay for the table. Because remember, I'm only making $16 on each. No, I'm making less. Because, I'm not going to redo all this because it's going to get boring. But you can figure it out. You have to, even if you ignore this stuff, even though you have to pay for it, even if you ignore it, if I ship some, or if I go to a show, I still got to pay. Well, I could probably get away with not having the boxes at a show. I could simply have a display rack. I can get away with that at a show. So you wouldn't have to pay for boxes. You would have to pay for bags, but they really don't cost that much. What do they cost? AliExpress is usually better for that kind of thing. Let's see here. Retail bags. And you're really going to want to get something customized. Let's see. If you could find something like this is pretty cool. Little cutesy bags like this. Here you're looking at, these are pretty nice. Those are actually pretty nice. These are nice, but they're 50 cents each. Ouch. Now this is what you're going to want. $11, you get your logo put on it. Right? You make up a logo, so it's really not that expensive. That's what, 11 cents each. So you add 11 cents to a show. It's not that bad. And that's usually what happens. They run out of money. Do you know what SBA failure rate. This is what people don't realize. Nope. I misspelled that, but it'll correct it. In the first year, 20.4% of businesses fail. In the first 5 years, 49.4% of businesses fail. First 10 years, 65% of businesses fail. And only 25% make it to 15 years. Oh, that's more pessimistic than I thought. Okay? So you don't even have an original product. You're trying to drop ship a product. How much you want to bet you're going to be in this 20%? Do you know what the failure rate for a YouTube channel is? 95%. 95% of all YouTube channels fail because there's too much competition. You have to separate yourself somehow. I bet you were. I read sarcasm in that post. Hang on a second. Let me tell Logan I'm busy. Hey, Logan, I'm streaming. What's up? Real quick. All right, just real quick. What was it? How come? Okay. Okay. All right. Bye. So yeah, your potential for failure is massive. So the only way I can really guarantee it is if I pre-order. That means I have to make the investment in advance. So let me do a search. Let's see here. Let's see here. Where's the bracelets? Here it is. Here's the bracelets. Actually, this is the one I got. I got this one here. And the one they were selling at the gas station is this one here. They had a couple different ones. They had this one, they had this one, and I think they had this one, I think. This is the one that I'm wearing right now. Okay. I like the colors. I like the oranges. But I also want this one. I like that one. It's cool. Now that these fit so well, I'm probably eventually going to get all these just because I like them. And, I won't sell anything that I don't wear. You know, so I got to try it first and make sure it's decent. And so far, this is holding up great. So see, almost sold out. Okay. So once this sells out, you can't get any more. So let's do Aztec pattern cuff bangle. Let's see what they're actually selling for. Paste. Let's see if the price, yes, so that's $266, but that's a thicker one. $1.99, $1.97, $1.89. These are all almost sold out though. Only 5 left. Let's see, is there anybody who is not almost sold out? No. I'm starting to get into different ones now. I want a lot of these. These are so cool. That's really cool. Okay, here's the other problem: is they have 7 different styles. All right, this is the lowest price. This is the most expensive item. Watch. See, that's $1.57. Oh, they're all about the same price. So this one's not as bad. Some of them are pretty bad about it. Ooh. That's my card. I can't buy it, but I got no money. But I like it, so I'm going to save it. And I can only get ones that are open or stretchy or that have buttons. Because like a solid bangle, I can't wear because my wrist is twice as large as what those things are designed for. Dragon. That's cool looking. That looks like more Egyptian. Oh, the colorful one's neat too. That's cool. Oh, I reached my limit. Oh no, I gotta delete something. I'll delete this. I'll saving this just to look at it later. Way too expensive. I want to save this for later. But okay, so it looks like it's reasonably possible to get this for about $2. So if I want to make that extra 70 cents, I have to buy a bunch of them myself, which means I have to hold the inventory. Can I even buy 10? Oh, wrong one. Why did it open Windows every time? I think it was this one. Yes, here it is. Can I buy 10? Yes. So I can buy a bunch. Okay. Oh, they're not really almost sold out. They got plenty. That might disappear in a month, so drop shipping is risky since you might not be able to get it for this, but it seems like they're always going for about $2. Cat, stop it! He's trying to sneak through here. He wants to sneak through here and crawl all over the keyboard. But yes, I could order 10. So I would buy 10 of these. I would spend the $13, buy 10 of them. But now I have to sit on them. That's $13 I spent, and I've made zero. And I would buy 2 different ones. So I'd buy 10 of those, and I would buy 10 of these. Or better, I would probably buy 4 of 5 different ones. So I would pick 4 of these and buy 4, or 5 of these and buy 4 of each. This way I have some variety, but I also have a couple of each in case, one turns out to be exceptionally popular. Like the horse one is this horse one and this one are probably going to be the most popular. Because those are the colors and the styles that people around here seem to like. The horse one definitely, because there's lots of horses around here. Half my neighbors have horses. So I would definitely stock up on horse-related things, cowboy-related things. They have rodeos down in Moriarty. But yeah, and definitely get the custom bags. If I ever went to a show or an event, I would definitely order the $11 for custom bags with a logo on. I'd make up a logo or something like that. But now I have to sit on that, and hope I sell it. I need to sell 3. I need to sell 3 to break even. That's harder than you think. You think, selling 3 is no problem. They have no problem selling 3 because I'm buying them for $1.31 each. But trying to sell them for 30, well, that's going to be a little harder. This is one of the reasons why people get excited about 3D printing. Because if I want to sell this wrench, first of all, good luck. That's not going to be an easy sell. But if I want to sell this wrench, there's one huge advantage to trying to sell this. Hang on. This is annoying me. There we go. There's one huge advantage to trying to sell this wrench. I don't have to stock it. I can make 1. And when somebody orders 1, I can just put this in a box, ship it out, and then print another one. It takes me an hour to print one. All of the work that I put into it went into designing it, testing it, printing many different examples until I got it right. And like, for example, I made the original one this size, okay? And this works great, except I wanted to make this part here a little taller because there's more room. Well, that's the one that's jammed in there. It's never coming out until I get tools. I designed this to fully engulf the shaft. Okay, so it's a perfect fit. I had a problem where I'd go to pull it out and you hear it pop because it was such a nice fit that it formed a vacuum inside. So one design aspect I came up with, I put a hole in the bottom so that it does not form a vacuum. There's a lip there so it doesn't go all the way through, but it allows the air to be sucked out through that hole so it doesn't form a vacuum fit when you put it in. Because this one has a hole, but I can't get that one out. The original one I did doesn't have a hole. Maybe you can hear it. I can actually feel it compressing the air. You hear that? You hear that? You hear that pop? That's the vacuum. I'm overcoming the vacuum force inside the bottom of this. I wonder, can I correct it with a hole? Can I make a hole? Yes, there's a hole. Okay, now let's see what it does. See? No more pop. No more pop. Because now it's not forming a vacuum inside because I put a hole in the bottom. Okay, so I designed that hole into the bottom. But then I ran into a problem where my concern is that, first of all, you don't want to lose fit. It needs to be tight. Because what will happen, it's plastic. Even if you're not being rough with it, every time you do this, every time you change direction, you're going to bend that plastic a tiny bit more, tiny bit more, tiny bit more. You know, and after a dozen, 2 dozen, 3 dozen uses, it's going to start getting loose. So the original one I made was a little bit too loose, so I had to tighten it up. But then the next one I made was too tight, so I had to loosen it up a little bit. And then I ran into another problem. The shaft length on the sockets is different than the shaft length on the bits. See how it's longer for the socket? It goes down to here. That little bit is a big difference, because now this goes all the way the frig in. It goes all the way in. Technically, that's still usable, but good luck getting that out now. So I have to sit here with a tool, and there's another advantage of the hole. I have to push it out from the other side. Can I grab it yet? Nope. Ow! That actually hurt. Now I have to use a pair of pliers or a tool to gently grip this, give me enough pull to pull that out. So I need to make 2 versions of this. I need to make the short version that has no additional peak there. What was that? So that you can push this in like this, and it only goes in that far. And now there's enough pull there for you to grab and take it back out again. However, for sockets, you're going to be applying a little more force. Bolts are usually a little tighter than screws, right? So you're going to want that extra bit of plastic to grab more of that shaft. So you want the longer one. You don't want any play. There can't be any jiggle. Otherwise, that jiggle will get bigger over time faster. And so I made 2 different versions. I'm going to have 3 versions. I'm going to have the short head for the short sockets, which means I need 4 versions. I need a short head version of this one too, because I think this is going to be handy. So you have one with a handle that you can use to wrench, and then you have this short little spinner one, which will allow you to, just do this. Okay, they just come in handy for tighter spaces. Some people prefer T-handles versus wrench handles. So I'll have 4 versions. Yeah, alien things. Although that's better near Roswell, less so here. Here it's more western, southwestern. Roswell, Alamogordo, Las Vegas, those are better for alien stuff. So I need a version of this with the hump and without the hump. And I need the version of this with and without the hump. So you can choose what you want. If you're primarily going to use it for magnets, don't hold the shaft tighter. It just keeps it from falling out. What I'm worried about is this hole rounding over time. But this is not meant to be a mechanics tool for your car. This is meant for working on your 3D printer, working on your model rocket, working on your RC car. It's meant for light duty work, okay? And you just got, nice little handy little thing. This one has no extra holes, but this one does. So this one has 2 holes here for 2 magnets, because this can get pretty heavy. So you put 2 magnets in. This is designed for 10mm by 3mm magnets. It's about the cheapest magnet you can get on Amazon. You can get like 50 of them for like $6. Neodymium. You put 2 magnets in there, you glue them in there, and now you can stick this on anything metal. So the side of your fridge, the side of your printer, not the aluminum part, but the metal parts. I also thought this was handy. I put a hole in the end of it. I actually intentionally made the handle thicker, because they made the handle quite a bit thicker than the original one, because I want to put a magnet in the end of this, because now it's a pickup tool. Now if you drop something, you can take this and stick it in a hole and grab whatever screw you dropped using the magnet. So I thought that was pretty cool. And I also have a lanyard hole, so you can tie a string to it. Carabiner clip, whatever. But I thought that was pretty nice. It's pretty easy to add it, so I did. And but yeah, I'm pleased with this. This came out really nice. I can't get this one out. It's too tight. I need to put a pickle fork in here. But this one works great. I got the fit on this one really nice. This is the one that's a little too loose. So you can see, got moves. Well, the problem is if I keep doing this, that's eventually going to make the hole bigger. So the tighter that fit, now there's no wiggle. No. The tighter that fit, the longer it'll take to make the hole bigger. Oh man. Now something else you can do to extend the life of this, if the hole starts to loosen up a little bit, put a little glue on this, shove it in, take it out. Clean this off, let the glue dry a little bit, shove it in, take it out. Don't leave it in there, the glue in there, okay? Basically, you're coating the inside of this with a tiny bit of glue, which will tighten it up and stiffen it up. But that shouldn't be necessary if you're just using it for light duty work like you're supposed to. But yeah, that came out really nice. I'm really pleased by that. I'll do the same thing I always do. I'll have the STLs available for free on printables and Thingiverse. And on my pay site, I will have, pre-sliced G code, factory file, all that, detailed instructions. And of course, anybody on my Patreon, you get that for free. I finally found a set of these, even though I bought a nice set, but this is what I need to take apart that damned IBC tote. I just want to be able to print one, and it's a fast print. It prints in an hour. Now that's with a 1mm nozzle at 0.4mm layer height. It prints nice. It looks nice. This camera actually does macro. Come on. Close? No, this can do this close. There it goes. There we go. The background was still the primary focus. As you can see, that came out really nice. It keeps trying to switch between the front and the background. I'm having a problem with these holes. I think I need to make the handle just a tiny bit wider so there's more perimeters. Or I can do the first layer outside in instead of inside out. So it prints the... I have cuts that go through here and through here so that the outer perimeter is one continuous perimeter all the way around. But because I'm printing inside out, which you want to do, although for this, that doesn't actually matter because there's no infill. I just increase the number of perimeters until it's all solid. And it takes about 50 to an hour and 10 minutes. 50 minutes to an hour and 10 minutes to print one. And it only uses 42 grams of plastic, 40 to 45 grams of plastic. So very little. But it's solid. Petchy. You can do PLA, but it's going to give faster. But you can do PLA. I'm pleased with it. I like it. I got it all cleaned up, all smoothed out. It's all beveled and shaped. I even thought to round the end of this so that if you're doing this, it doesn't hurt your fingers. Although you shouldn't be using that much force. If you need to use this much force, you should be using a metal tool. Okay, but most of the bolts on your 3D printer, even the big M6s, this is strong enough to do those. But yeah, I like it. It's nice. These came out nice. And the cool thing is it costs me next to nothing to print these. Even if I use expensive pretty plastic like atomic filament. There it is. Hey, newfound drone. What are you doing? Maker Bees, how are you doing? Hey, I saw you already. Okay. Let's see. It's $35 for the really nice plastic. Wait a minute. 1,000 grams divided by, let's call it 45 for wastage. That's 22. 35 divided by 22. It's only $1.50 to print one of these. And that's with really expensive plastic. If you use cheap, 9 kilogram plastic, 9 divided by, it's 40 cents. Right? So if you use really expensive, gorgeous plastic, right, it's going to cost you $1.50 to print this. So Prusament, atomic filament, maybe about $1.70 if you use protopasta. But if you just buy cheap PETG off Amazon for $9 a kilo, $10 a kilo, you're talking 40 to 45 cents to print this. I'll print 10 of them and scatter them around the house. Keep one in the glove box of each car, keep one in the trunk of each car, keep one in the living room, one in the kitchen, one by the printers, just because they're cheap, okay? And if I wreck one, okay, I spend 42 cents in more plastic and print another one. Actually, if you don't care about the specific color and you just want to use cool, nice colors, you can buy from Atomic. You can get put on a waiting list. Whenever they have partial rolls, it's $150, and you're guaranteed at least 7 kilograms. So 150 divided by 7. You're paying $21 divided by 22, 97 cents. Yeah, I'll print the nice plastic for 97 cents. And if you get more than 7 kilograms, it's even cheaper. But you're guaranteed a minimum 7 kilograms. They guarantee 7 kilograms. And so it will not, even using really nice plastic, if you don't care about the color, it won't cost you more than $1. Not bad. That's cool. And, yeah, I decided to add a second hole for the magnet to have more weight carrying capacity. That's why that one has 2. Is this the loose one? No. That's why it has 2. I might space them out just a tiny bit more to get more perimeters in there. With a 0.4 millimeter nozzle, this won't be a problem. It's because I'm printing with a 1 millimeter nozzle. Yeah, it came out great. It worked great. I'm very happy with it. I'm very pleased with that. I might even try printing a naked handle, like a screwdriver handle. It's only a little bit bigger than the socket, for getting in really tight places. I actually have one. Oh man, I gotta find it. But I can shrink that down a whole lot smaller. Let's see, can I make one real quick? Yeah, I bet you I can. I plan to make the stream a little bit longer today, so that people who get home in the evening can join us. So we got time today. Where's the waiting list for what? What waiting list? Okay. So let's start off with a cube. Yeah! I wish I had a Gigastorm. Oh, I want one so bad. Actually, let's go hexagon. Can I round it? No, but I can bevel it. Yeah, I'm okay with the bevel. I like that. Yeah. Now, we take this, Control D. No notification again today. Oh, man. Okay, let me show you guys what I do with that. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. So here's Ivan Miranda. I might as well load him because if you're not subscribed to Ivan Miranda, go subscribe to Ivan Miranda. All right, he's fucking amazing. He's got so much fun and energy, you just can't help it. But anyway, see how it says subscribed? Make sure it actually says subscribed. YouTube will sometimes unsubscribe you, but also if you know you want to see them every time, it defaults to personalized. Okay. So basically, they've combined. Oh, it looks like they combined the bell and the subscribe into one button. So subscribe defaults to personalized, and then you have unsubscribe. Here's what the differences are. Personalized is YouTube uses an algorithm to try to guess what you want to see. None is I'm subscribed, but don't show me his videos. I'll come find them. Okay. All is show me everything. In theory. I suspect it's not actually show you everything. I suspect it's the algorithm just gives it more weight. As for why it won't notify you, make sure the email works. Make sure it's not getting into your spam folder. That happens a lot. Google spam folder can be very, very aggressive. And I would prefer it to be more aggressive. What I do is this. So when you come into you guys can see what I'm showing you, right? I'm showing my screen. Yes. So here's your things. So here you see, just in the last 24 hours, it caught 32 messages of spam. Now, if it caught things that aren't spam, I don't bother with it. As long as you don't mark it as spam, it's still in flux. So I don't bother correcting it with this kind of stuff. But what I do is I look for things that are important. Let's see. I don't see anything important. Even order notifications, I don't care if it marks them as spam, because if I'm placing an order, I'll know to go into the spam folder and look for it if I need it. I just see it as an auto delete. But if it's something that I might not realize I have an incoming message, such as a, hey, Chris is online kind of thing, then I'll come in here and look for it. And I don't see nothing important. What you do is you select it and you click not spam. And you might even have to do that a couple of times, but eventually you'll learn to stop calling it spam. I don't care about any of this, so delete all spam. There we go. That's what I do to handle that. As far as notification, not much you can do about it. I mean, I get notifications on here. So I believe this has a different account. No, this is a regular. Oh, that's a good point. I didn't get notification today. Did I? Usually I do. But you look at that. I didn't get notification on my own channel today. Interesting. Usually I do. Remember, you'll see me pick the phone up and tap on it. That's me clicking on the notification email to go get my live stream. But it did not notify me this time. I just saw it in here. Because I reloaded it. It's gone now. I saw it in here. I saw my thing come up live, but I didn't get the email this time. Normally I do. Huh. Because I should be subscribed myself, I would think it would show up in there. Recent live streams. Live now. Nope, it's not showing me. I'm just not important enough. Anyway, but that's all you can really do. Yeah, but I didn't get the email notification this week. Oh, yes, I did. There, it's the bottom one. Duh, I did get it. I miss it right here. Now live on your channel. Now, what you can do is once you do get one that's important, maybe start. I think that tells Gmail that it's more important to you. I don't know. Maybe guarantees it pops up more. But sometimes YouTube just doesn't send it. Like, this didn't get it. This device didn't get it. And neither did my other phone, even though they're both subscribed. But that one did. It's a YouTube thing. I think I figured out my order delivery thing too. Like this said out for delivery. But then as soon as the lady was done filling the mailbox, it said delivery issue because the carrier could not reach you. I was standing right in front of the carrier. She didn't have the package. But here's what I did notice. Few details on USPS. Ooh. Yeah, I guess I really shouldn't be showing that, should I? I've got to learn to stop doing that. Okay. Let's see. Does it show anything important? No. Now, I won't show the tracking number since that will probably show you the address. I'm not sure. But all of this is sanitized. This is safe. Okay. I've got to learn to be more conscientious of that. So, we attempted to deliver your item at 10:59. No, you didn't. Now, I noticed that before this came in, it would tell you expected delivery. And it would say, out for delivery, expected delivery 5:45 p.m. And I was like, that doesn't make sense. She comes out at 10 a.m. And I know sometimes it say by 9 p.m. So I think if it says the afternoon or the evening, I'm not going to get it that day. It's going to arrive at the post office, but it's not going to get delivered to the next day. Because what I think is happening is the pallet, the skid, arrives at today. So the skid from Albuquerque, their processing in Albuquerque, arrived at the Edgewood Post Office today. But because that skid arrived after the carriers fill their cars with all the mail, that I'm not going to get it today. But because it's going to arrive at my post office box, their system thinks I'm going to get it today. Then, of course, once that skid is actually scanned, well, then everything's marked disposition like this, because obviously it's not going to get delivered tomorrow. So if it says out for delivery expected 7 a.m., I'm probably going to get it that day, because it probably came in the night before and it'll get processed and the carriers will take it out. But if it says expected delivery 5:59 p.m., 9 p.m., 7 p.m., yeah, that probably means I'm getting it tomorrow. And so I just got to remember that. And of course, there I am blasting my fucking address all over the place. Oh, I didn't. I was on a different screen, so I didn't. Yay! I'm too lazy to sanitize the videos afterwards, so once it's out there, it's out there. It's like, whatever. If you show up at my house and you're not friendly, you're dinner. My cats will, they'll enjoy your food. You're the food. But yeah, I want to make a really small one of these. Let's see here. The beveling looks nice. I like that. So now what we do is we take this. I need my tools. We split it up. Here, no, I don't want all of it. I just want this. Nope. Let's see. Where's delete? Delete. There we go. Delete. And okay. So here's my cut tool for making this. I should be able to center this. Okay. Now, how small can I make this? I can make this a whole lot smaller. I want to make a tiny one. Hold down the shift key as you shrink these, and that will make it shift all 3 dimensions together. All right. All right, that should do it. However, we don't want to shrink it all. I need to do the same thing. How do I do that? I know how to do that. We have to do this. Yes. We have to split this and then just sync this. Let's see, let's go 0.25 and sync it. So I chop a little bit of a bevel. Just like that. And now that. There we go. We have a little bit of a bevel to make it easy to insert. And now we have an itty bitty little wrench handle with the hole in the bottom so it doesn't go too far. Okay. And this is nice and small, so we'll hold all the bits. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. I bet you that takes almost nothing. That'll be almost like you that would be almost like you trying to hold on to the bit with your bare fingers and use it, but give you a little bit of grip. That'll be good for getting in really tight spaces. That should print okay. Now what I should really do, I should make this hole a hexagon as well. So that the perimeters will print correctly. How can I do that? I can do that. Now I'm probably going to make this change to the other one too. Just because I'll show you why in a minute. The hide you, take you, split you, get rid of you, delete, make you into a hole again, bring everything back. All right, now we take this, do that. Now we need this to be a lighter color. Thank you for not going presets. What I do is I take this, I put it on there. Come on. Show your, oh, sorry. Show your computer screen, duh. Okay. So what I did is I got rid of the little peg hole in the bottom. I'm going to change it to a hexagon hole. I'll show you why in a minute. Because all I need is a little hole in the bottom there. Turn that into a hole. And we want to set this to the bottom for 0. Okay. Then we Control D. Nope, that was wrong. Undo. Just select this, Control D. I'm going to need that to make a peg hole for the other one. Okay, so we take this, we undo this again. I do this. I'm laying the groundwork to make my life easier in the future. Let's change this to a neutral color. Let's hide this. So basically, this is my new tool for making the micro wrenches. So I join it all together. Now I have a new tool. I bring this back, and now I join it together. The reason I did this was so that if I want to modify this in the future, all I have to do is select it, ungroup it, and now I have my two pieces. I don't have to go through all that stuff. So this will make my life easier in the future. I'm preparing for the future, basically. Make my life a little easier. That, put it there. Now I want to put a hexagon hole in the bottom of these instead of the round hole. So we take this. We take this, hide it. This, hide it. This, hide. And this, hide. There we go. Now we take this. We do this. We get rid of the round hole. Now we take these two pieces. Shift, we do our align. Shift, select, so that this doesn't move. So just this moves. Turn this into a hollow. Now we have our new group. Okay, we join that together. Bring everything back. And there we go. Now I duplicate this, Control D. I'll show you why in just a moment. And this becomes our new tool. Control D. I didn't want to do that. Undo. Okay. We take all this, join it. Now we have a hexagon hole down there at the bottom. I'll show you why in a moment. We take this, undo. We pull this out. We pull this out. We delete those. And we do an alignment. Use the circle and this. Align, select this as the anchor, realign, and join. Now this is upgraded to the new hexagon hole. Now we take this. Let's make both. Control D. Bring these over here. Why do we do this? Because we're going to do this now. Ungroup. We're just going to get rid of the yellow bits. We're going to delete those. Now we need to re-add our bevel because it's in the wrong spot now. Select this. And well, actually we delete this one. We won't need it. Take this. Ungroup. Now are these set? No, all I got to do is move this. Okay. Take this and join it. Now, do I have it joined with the other one? No, I don't. So we do need to join it with this one. So that has to join this as well. Join. Now we Control D, select with Shift, center, Shift again to make that the anchor, bring the copy over here, and there we go. Now we have our 5 versions, including the little handle. Join that all together. Join that all together. Not what I asked you to do. It is, but I didn't mean to. There. Now we have everything. Let's change the color. I hate these colors. White is good. So now we have our tall wrenches, which are a little bit more durable, and our short wrenches for the shorter bits. That's if you're doing bits like this, which will go too far into the unit. And then I also have a micro handle here. Now, you might also need a version of this that's taller. Let's make a tall version, Control D. Extract. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to extract this, but we're going to join these two. Join. And then we're going to take this and, nope, we're going to take this, raise it up, take this, raise it up into a handle, like that, hide this. Let's see here. We need to raise this up, so it intersects this one, join them, rezoom, because we need that hole to go all the way down to the bottom in order to not form a vacuum. There we go. Now we have a nice little handle. So you have a long handle, short handle for really getting into the tight spaces, or when you need a tiny bit more torque. And if you need a bunch more torque, you got these. I like it. What is this called? It's not we would usually call it a hex drive ratchet. What is this called? It's not a ratchet. It doesn't ratchet. It's also not a wrench, because a wrench is, a box end wrench and an open end wrench. I'm going to sell them, and they'll be available for free. I do it like I do all my models. They'll be free on Printables and Thingiverse. No, what's a spanner? I thought spanner was another name for a wrench. Yes, that's a spanner. What do you call a ratchet that doesn't ratchet?
According to Wikipedia, the most prevalent form is the ratcheting socket wrench, often informally called a ratchet. A ratchet incorporates a reversible ratcheting mechanism, which allows the user to pivot the...
So is it just a wrench? I guess I could just call it a hex bit handle. Hex handle. What's a socket wrench? No, that's still just a ratchet. I don't know if there is a proper name for it. I'm going to call it a hex handle. Just hex hand. Hex hand. And then long LD for long deep. export, STL. This one's going to be short deep. This one's going to be short short. And this one's going to be long short. No, short deep. Short deep. This one's going to be micro mini, just because I like that. And this one's going to be micro long. There. Now they have the nomenclature. So long deep, short deep, short short, short long, mini micro, micro long. Close this. Okay. Now we bring up our profile. Let's get rid of all this. We're going to use the same. Nope, I am going to make a modification to this. Is there any way I can do first layer outside in, but the rest of the layers inside out? Because you don't want to do overhangs outside in. I'm trying to keep the name short enough that when you load it on printers that don't like long file names, they still show up okay. Let's see. Well, I did want to lower this to 80%. I did want to do that. Top and bottom layers don't matter because it's all perimeters. Okay. I can do it with multi-process. The problem is that I would have to do that for every one. And that's annoying. Oh, let me show you why I did it that way. Downloads. This one. So the problem I'm running into is this. This is not as bad. Say you get these little pieces here, this green section. That's what it tries to print first. And because there's nothing else on the bed, that creates a problem. You especially see that problem here. That prints these little tiny bits here that just don't print well. I've got to make those holes smaller. Or I've got to make the wrench handle bigger, actually. I need it to be like this. I think the only way I'm going to do that is to make it bigger. It's only going to add a gram or two. Let's just do it. Well, those don't need it because they don't have holes. These do, so let's break them up. Let's see here. It's a 1mm nozzle, so I only need to add 2mm. Let's take this. 17. Let's just make it 19mm. Now we take this, this, and this, center it on this, right there. That brings them back where they should be. Now we join them again. Of course, it always wants to make them orange again. but it's not as easy to look at. All right. View. Large icons. Why aren't these displaying as images? Because this is no, this is STLs. This should be displaying as an image. Why isn't that working? That's annoying. Oh, there's a new computer. I didn't set that up yet. How do I do that? Forget how to do that. I'll have to look up how to do that again. I forget how I did that. Okay, so we're doing. Why do I have two SD? Okay, that's the short deep. What's this one? Short deep. I screwed that up. But you know, son, the easiest thing to do is delete them all. I don't need to worry about the MM. They're easy. Just get rid of all of them. Why would you do that? You asshole. Micro, micro. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Okay. So this is going to be short, short. This one's short, short. Export STL. This one's going to be short, long. No, short, deep. This one's going to be long, short. This one's going to be long, deep. Now they're named correctly. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to release these for free as a set on Thingiverse and printables, but all you get is the STL files. I'm also going to release it for a price, and that's going to include the factory file and all of the pre-sliced G code for both single print and for multi-print for sequential printing, with all the customizations that I come up with to make that work well. And more detailed instructions probably. And of course, if you're a member of my Patreon, I'll upload a zip file to Patreon that'll include the pay version with all the G code and factory files. And you get that for free. Okay. Why does that look bigger? Why does that look off-centered? What the hell? How the hell are they different sizes? It's literally a copy of each other. How did that happen? What? And that looks off-centered. It is off-centered. How? That's weird. Like, that was literally a duplicate of the other one. How did it get changed? Who knows? I mean, obviously I did it at some point. Okay. That means the two L's have to go away. LS and LD. You are gone. This one is LD. This one is LS. Yeah. Okay. You switch over to, you guys can see this, right? I didn't screw up again. Let's get this out of the way because it's annoying me. You're gone. Goodbye. You're in my way. We have the 6. Let's get rid of these. That's it. I clicked multiple times. Stop ignoring me or you're getting bitten. Come on. Stop messing with me. So you're going to go there. You're going to go here. Like that. Then you're going to go here. You're going to go here. You're going to go over here. You're going to go over here. Okay. For now, let's just print them all so we can see what the first. So one of the. Why would it have to use. So this is too small. But why isn't it doing it to this one? It is. These are too small. I need to make them a little bit bigger. Okay. It's using well, these should really be printed with a let's make sure these are in the right order too. They are not. This one needs to be number 2. This one needs to be number 1. This one needs to be number 4. So that they're printing in the correct order. That one, that one, that one, that one. Let's delete the 2 M's. I need to make them a hair bigger so that I can print them with a 1mm nozzle. How do we do that? Very, very easy. We do this. And we make them bigger. So the height, 12. So I grab it and I make it bigger. Then I change the height back to 12. You asshole. Okay. Same thing with this one. Height is 28.25. So 13.21. 13.21. Change it back to 28.25. Recenter. And then join them. So we're keeping the height the same, but we're making it thicker. Because they were just a wee too small. Yeah. Port STL. Micro long. Port STL. Looks good. Goes. Lagging. Always lagging. Put these up at the top. Switch to move mode. Get them out of the shadow. Stick you there. Stick you over here. Okay. There we go. Just the top is blue. That's fine. Let's see here. Let's see what I'm. Well, see, I can't get rid of it on this one unless I turn this into a hexagon. I wonder if it's worth turning it into a hexagon just to get rid of that. It might be. I like the round head, but it creates this. Although that's one continuous line. It's not broken now. That might be okay. If I made this a hexagon, I'd get rid of that. I'll show you how. See, this works down here because it's so tiny. That should not be a single line. Why is that a single line like that? This is incorrect. This should not be this way. Because I'm doing outside in. It's because I'm doing outside in. The dimensions aren't. Yeah, that's why. I'm trying to have it not do that. Why the hell? It's not doing it on this one. I made this bigger. Why is it still doing this? I made it a lot bigger. I still need to make it larger. Oh, I bet you they're not centered. Something caused them to be uncentered. I bet you they're not centered. Yep. Look at that. Something caused them all to get uncentered. Whatever I did uncentered everything. All right. So a line on this. Why do you have to be down here? There we go. I'll have to do the same thing to this one. No, actually, this one looks okay. I'm going to do it anyway, though. Center on this. Oh, that was off, too. Just a little bit, but it was off. How did that all get shifted? Oh, no. You know something? This all looks cattywampus. Let us do this. I don't want you. Let's all do that. Stop being a cunt. Let's make this 10. Too short, 20. That's more like it. This a little shorter so it's not in the way. 52. That's better. Right. Now let's grab all this and shift it a little bit. Okay, let's keep it all aligned. There we go. Now they're not sitting on top of each other. Okay. Let's move these out of the way. Let's select all this. Join. Make it white. I wonder how that got all messed up. Make this join. And white. Okay. We gotta do this again. I wonder how that all got messed up. I must have when I moved the lanyard hole, I must have been grabbing onto everything somehow. This is LD. This is LS. Insert one shape into another. Hang on, I'll show you. L. It's a little bit annoying because of the way you have to do it. But for example, the circles are easy. You drop one of those, fine resolution. You drop one of these, fine resolution, turn it into a hole. Rotate. Now we also want to punch it. So Control D. Let's make it a little taller. Change that to, let's go 8 by 8. Turn that into a hole. So you have your hole going into your cylinder. So 2 cylinders, and you have a cone. You align them all together. And now that cylinder goes all the way through, or you don't have to go all the way through. And now what you do is you look at this, and you bring this down, and you're going to watch. It's going to start chamfering. See? And you just decide how much chamfer you want. That looks about right. There you go. Now I have a nice little chamfer in there. So if there's any sloppiness in that top layer, it's going to be out here and not where my precision is required. Now, if you want to chamfer the cylinder, I think you could do that too. So if you have an unmolested cylinder, you can't do it to an edited cylinder. It has to be unmolested. Yes, bevel. And there we go. Now I have a bevel top and bottom. If for whatever reason you don't want the bevel at the bottom, do this anyway, and then cut the bottom off and stretch it. And there. And there we go. Now you have a hole in the middle, inside and outside chamfering. Let's say you want to increase the grip on the outside here. There's a really cheap way of adding grip to this. Here's how you do it. You take one of these, and you take 2 of these. Oops. Yeah, this is what I want. Okay. So you take these 2. You get approximately how long you want this. I'd say that's probably good enough. Okay. Now we take this is 20. So we align these center on end. And then we take this and we move it 10. So shift to lock it to X and Y, move it -8. So we want -10. There you go. Now this cylinder is perfectly integrated to this hemisphere. And now the easy way to do this is to just duplicate it, is the easiest way. So Control D. How long is this? We're going to make it 40 to make our life easier. And now we need to move this 40 millimeters. So take this, shift it. Here's our distance, -40, relative. There we go. Now we take this, join it together. Scale this as we decide we want our thing to look. Or if you want to keep it symmetric, grab this dimension while holding the shift key. And now you can scale this. And then you can change it later. So now what we're going to do, we can just leave it like this. Okay. Rotate 90. We're going to bring it over here so we can embed it in the model. Actually, that's about the right size almost. So we are too big. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold the shift key again. Shrink. Lift. We don't want to get too close to the bevel, so shrink a little more. And now what we're going to do is select this and this. Align. Freeze this. Center here. Oh, we got to do one more. We also want to align, freeze this, center vertically. There we go. Now that's probably a little too deep. So let's move it out a little bit. There we go. Now let's see what that looks like. Oop. We turn this into a hole and we join it. There. Now we have a little bit of a bevel there. That's actually probably too deep. So let's make this a little smaller this way and bring it out a little bit. Okay. Center them this way. Do I need to center them vertically again? Nope, still centered vertically. Let's see what that looks like. Not bad if you want small, but that's going to hurt your fingers a little bit. Let's fatten it up a little bit. Yeah, let's do that. Then realign, center, and cut it. That looks good. So now we take that, we create a master ring. Remember, this is asymmetrical now. That's what I'm adding. I'm adding my own knurling. We increase the radius so it's bigger than everything. Smooth out the sides. And then shift, select, align, shift, select to anchor, align, align. And make sure all components are inside the master ring. Select your component and the master ring, Control D. Now we're going to rotate it. One single motion, 15 degrees. Yes, that looks good to me. 22.5 degrees. And then we just let go and then hit Control D again. We just keep doing that until we're all the way around. There. Now we delete all of our master rings and we join this. There. Now you have a grip. Now, if that's too many, you do it less. You use a number that's evenly divisible by 360 degrees. So, let's see. I know 15 degrees is. I know 10 degrees is. 12 degrees is. But we're going to probably go bigger than 22. So the next one will be 30 degrees. So that might be a little too much knurling, or it might be just perfect. You'll have to decide how deep you want it, but you can do that. You can also do other shapes, other designs, whatever you want, and you use a master ring and you create your array. And that's how you make a screwdriver handle. That's how you do things like that. It's pretty easy. You want one of those square handles? Do the same thing. So here you have your square handle. Make it a little taller. And then we increase radius. See, now I'm rounding off the handle. Okay. And now I take my little tool that I made over here. We need the one that is even with a face. This one, not this one. Control D. There we go. We bring that over here. And we're going to make it much wider. Much taller. Now we're going to align it this way. Then we're going to anchor this piece and align it vertically. Okay, now we're going to do the exact same thing with the master ring. We're going to create our master ring. Make sure it's bigger than everything. These are both symmetric, so we can align them on each other. Align, anchor, center, center. Deselect everything. Select this. Control, let's make sure we get the right part. So select this, yes, and this. Control D. We rotate 90 degrees. Outside gives you 1 degree increments. Inside gives you these fixed points. So 90 degrees. Then Control D again and again. And you should be familiar with this. That looks more like your traditional screwdriver handle. Now, it's actually not, because we don't typically use indents like this. We usually do this. So let's take everything and unselect this, join our mold together, and now we're going to make it proper. Because normally we extend all the way up and down when we make a screwdriver handle. Like this. You could just use a cylinder to do this too. You don't need the pill shape to do this. You just need a cylinder. But this is your more traditional screwdriver handle. And there you go. There is your traditional screwdriver handle. And that's how you make that. And I can even make this into a bit holder. Let's take this, Control D, and take it over here, jerk it out, take our tool, and bring that over here. Here's the easy way to do this. We don't want this to be too deep because then it won't be able to hold the handle, right? No, 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 don't do that. Up until you have the appropriate amount of bevel. That's pretty good. Hide this. Now, this, uncheck. We just bring our little tool here down to the bottom. Now, the reality is you probably don't need this. But I like having the air extraction, so I'm going to have it. Like that. Bring it back and join it. This is actually a bit on the big side. That's okay. Let's make it a little smaller. This is a bit on the big side. Probably 15 by 15. Or 16. Yeah, looks better. Center. La-di-da. And la-di-da. And join. And that quickly, we just made your traditional little short screwdriver handle. Make this transparent. There we go. So you can see what's going on here. So there's your shaft. There's your anchor point so it doesn't go too far in. And I use the short one, so this will hand both types of bits. This one I thought had too much, so I'm going to clean this up a little bit. And take that away, and delete. Let's bring in, make this wider. Let's do the same thing with this one. Make it taller. Just because I like it that way better. And take this, center. This. We need this. Oh, no, good. Control D. Bring you over here. We're going to mess with you in a minute. Join. Deselect that. This. I think we have both. Yeah, we definitely have both. That. Do the same thing again. Deconstruct that. Hide this temporary. Oh, no, we can't hide it yet. I can just shove this down. Yeah. Nope, I don't want to do that either. Do this. All we gotta do is bring that down until we have our bevel. Just like that. Now we're gonna do our master ring. Make the radius big enough. The right number of sides. Take this and this. Align on this. It's not what I wanted. This and this. Align, anchor, here, here. This piece, this piece. Control D. Let's go 30 degrees. Actually, 45 looks pretty good too. but I think 30 is going to be better. 30. And then Control D all the way around. And delete the master rings. Delete the master rings. Oh, I joined them. And join. Make this transparent so we can see what's going on inside. Much better. Make this transparent so we can see what's going on inside. So now you have your traditional square screwdriver handle. I can also make this shorter if you don't want it to be this long. And then here you have a round handle. It's got the bevel everywhere. It's got the vacuum hole in the bottom. And it's got your knurling on the outside. That's not going to hurt your grip. That looks like a screwdriver. That's it. That's how easy it is to make one of these screwdriver handles. I guess I might as well include these too. Let's call this one round. R&D for round. Export STL. I mean, I might as well. I made them, so and they have the exact same precision, so I might as well print them. And then this one is going to be square or SQR. SQR for square. Or STL. There. I might as well toss them in with a bunch. So you got your minimalist, you got your traditional mini handles, then you have your high grip and short grip T handles. Actually, these should be called T handles. Duh. This should be T short and T deep. For T handle. That's it. That's all of them. Now let's say there's a grip you want that somebody else made. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Like my favorite design. Bolt. Nut. There it is. This is one of my favorites. I like that design. Oh, yeah. Extra files. What we want is the bolt because it doesn't have a hole in it. And what we do is we go to import, choose file, knurling bolt, import. Control D. Bring you out here. Split you up. What we're going to do is we're going to basically get rid of everything except this. We're going to hide you. And we're going to hide you. And we're going to delete all of you. We don't need any of you. Oh, hey, you slime ball. We're going to join this together. So that's one piece. And we're going to make it the same height. So 20 millimeters. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the bolt by putting this on that surface there. And the bolt is gone. Bye bye bolt. And we're going to make this 20 millimeters tall. It already is. We take this and we put it here. This is a bit bigger than it needs to be. So I'm going to make this 20 by 20. It just doesn't need to be that big. And we're going to center it here and here. And there we go. Now we have a custom screwdriver with a knurled handle. Here's the problem though. I don't like these points. These points are painful. They hurt. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to chop off the points. You create a master ring, except this time it's just going to be a cylinder. So let's make it a little bit bigger. Let's just make it 14. Okay, increase the number of sides, turn it transparent, make it taller than this unit is, and then we're just going to put them inside each other. Watch this. Center, center. Now, all we do is take this, and we increase the wall thickness until it chops away what we want. Yeah, that's too much. So, 4.2. Let's go 4.2. That's a little bit, a little more. Let's go 4.5. 4.5. Ah, that's nice. 4.4 might be better. 4.4. Yeah, there we go. And join. Now we don't have points that are going to hurt our fingers. Now we have a nice flat little knurling. This is what I always use. And I'll do that one too. Let's call this one KNURL for knurl. I like this one. There you go. You guys are going to have a whole bunch of these. I might make these little extras only part of the pay one. And the Patreon one. Just to give some incentive. Nah, I hate doing that kind of shit. It would probably make me more money, but I don't care. I hate doing that kind of shit. This one we're going to modify again. Just because I don't like that line right there. So we got to get that line above the model. There we go. Because these don't need to be pills. They just need to be cylinders. I was just showing you how you can do different shapes. Much better. Let's delete the square. Doesn't really matter, but I want to. I mean, if I can make it perfect or closer to perfect, I might as well. Right? SQL. No, SQR for square. Popped up when I went to click. There. But now you can see we have a knurl pattern, but it's not that sharp one that hurts you. This is not going to hurt your fingers, and it's going to look nice too. Now this would be better print with a 0.4 millimeter nozzle because it'll look prettier. And, but this should still print with a 1 millimeter as well. There you go. That's how you make the little screwdriver handles. It's really easy. The hard part is making this. This is the only hard part. Control D. This part right here. Once you have this, and not even this doesn't even really matter. It's just this. This is the important part. Cat, pay your rent. Hey, lazy shit. Where you at? It's rent time. You hear that mouse? Oh, Noel's going after it. Yeah, Noel's an official. Noel is officially a mouser now. I have seen him catch a mouse on his own without taking it from Ender. He caught one. Ender was in the bed, which means I got 2 mousers now. Yeah. This is the important bit. Matter of fact, for the pay version, this will be extra. This will be part of the pay version. So we're going to call this cut tool. Really? I don't know what I just did. Dash cut tool. Come on. So if you get the pay version or the Patreon version, you're going to get this cut tool, which means you don't have to do any work to figure out how to make the hexagonal shaped hole, because that's exactly the size. And for those looking, it's 6.73 by 7.78. If you create a hexagon and make it 673,778. 673, 6.73 by 7.78. That is the precise size you need to 3D print a hole that will properly fit a 1/4 inch hex shaft with zero play and easy removal. Slides in, slides out, zero play. And let's see, what's the depth that we want? Well, the depth you'll have to figure out. Just make sure the cylinder length is whatever length you need for your bits. And that is going to be, I'll also include instructions. Where is my ruler? I'll have to do that later. I'll have to get a ruler out. But you have a different length that you need for these kind of bits and a different length that you need for these kind of bits. Also, if you have a custom set of bits, you can use a custom length, but you want to make sure there's a floor so the bit doesn't just keep going in. And then you can't get the damn thing back out. But that's the dimension you need. 673 by 778. That will give you a precise tool. Now, to make this the bevel for, I wonder, can I do that with this? You can. Okay, so normally what I was doing is I was taking a pyramid and I was changing the number of sides to 6. The problem is this pyramid is not radially aligned with the hexagon. So what you have to do is manually align it. Like that. Looks like it's 15 degrees off. Yeah, it's 15 degrees off. So you take a pyramid, you make it 6 sides, you rotate it counterclockwise or clockwise 15 degrees. Yes, that's right. It's 30 degrees per side. It's half off. So you got to rotate it 15 degrees. If you don't, your hole will be rotated relative to the other hole. And then you do the same exact thing. You start off with a tall or short, depending on what the angle you want your bevel to be. And then you rotate 180 inside to get it locked. And then you just bring it inside the other one. Line them up. Bingo. Bingo. And then you just raise this up until it's no longer in there. And there you go. You can create your bevel however big you want. And that's how you do that. You'd combine this hole with that hole to create this bevel right here. That's it. It's pretty simple. Just remember to keep it straight. This one's Creative Commons Attribution, no derivatives, but I don't even count that. I'm not using his part. I'm using the knurling, which is the knurling is a generic property in the program, so I'm not worried about that. If you open up Fusion or SolidWorks, it's going to have this in it that you can apply to your objects. Otherwise, this is just a cylinder. It's no different than this. You can do different shapes if you want to. So, for example, I guess we might as well have fun with it. Why not, you know? Let's see. Control D. Let's bring you over here. Let's try something a little interesting. Let's get rid of the pattern. Oh, good. I can just grab them all down here. Goodbye. Okay, so here is our basic handle. Let's just keep it from getting messed up. Let's see. Let's do cat SVG. Ding. Screen. Oh, I'm still on me? Yeah. So we're going to make another one. I want to do something custom. I want to show you how to do this. So let's make one that's a cat. Because I like cats. What do I want to do? Oh, there one. Nah, that's too... I want something cuter. But it can't be super detailed either. Ow. I want something a little bit like this, but without the whiskers, maybe? Or that's too detailed with the eyelashes. If it didn't have the eyelashes, that'd be okay. You'll see why in a minute. This is probably okay, just for a simple demo. Yeah. View image. Nope, I can't do that, so I actually want the SVG. You shall see why in a moment. And do you have to have an account? That's why they're doing a cart. I'm not giving you all my details. I just don't want to give you all my details. Of course, it's got lines in it, which is going to make it hard for me to turn it into an SVG myself. God damn it. Why do you have to be such a dick? I don't want to create an account just to download a fucking little file. This will work. Save images. PNG. PNG to SVG. Take, whoa. Ding, ding, ding. What was that? Get again? No, we're on here. Here we go. Upload your fur. If I have to sign in, no. Adobe's going to make me sign in. This one won't. I don't want to sign in. I don't want to create a goddamn account. I have an account already. Doesn't matter. I don't want to create an account. There we go. Seriously? Are you kidding me? Here's what I think of you. Yeah. Fuck you. Don't be an asshole, man. Although the reality is they are providing a free service. Okay, there we go. Finally got one to demonstrate this. Import, choose file. The SVG we just had made. It's going to be huge. We're going to have to shrink it down. What the hell? Why did it invert it? Why would it do that? That's dumb. I've never had one do that before. Why the hell would it invert it? I mean, it's not a big deal. I know how to fix it, but it's annoying. It's what it is. It's just a pain in the ass. Why would you do that? By the way, if you have the McDonald's app, what the hell is that? If you have the McDonald's app, they have 50-cent double cheeseburgers today. So that will be my dinner. 4 50-cent double cheeseburgers. Yum, yum, yum. There we go. Put that in there. And we want to invert this. This needs to be red. This needs to be transparent. And join. There we go. It had to be a pain in the ass. Now, in order to prevent this from being super complex, I'm going to export this. Wait a minute. Call this cat print. No, cat stamp. Export this. Then I'm going to delete it. Re-import it. This way it's a simplified file and it's not made up of multiple files. Since we're going to be duplicating this an awful lot, I don't want that happening. There we go. Now we have our little cut tool. And the first thing we are going to do is, well, we're going to make it a whole hell of a lot smaller. Come on. I'm going to rotate 90 degrees. Really? You had to jump at the last second? You got to piss me off? I'm going to bite you. I'll bite you a lot. Okay. Now, how am I going to do this? I am going to make you smaller. And we're going to make you deeper. We want to fully embed it in the model. Okay. How big is this? 20 by 20. So we just need a standard 20 by 20. Increase the number of sides. Turn you into a solid, but not this color. Of course, you're going to presets again. Now, what we do is we bring the cat over to this one like this. Make sure all of the cat is inside the model. That's important. I want to do 3 rows of cats. And I think I need to make this a little bit smaller to do that. Yes. So all of the cat model is inside the cylinder. Okay. Now we center the cat model. And we join them. What I've done is now I've made this stamp have the same curvature as the cylinder. By doing that, when I embed this in the other part, it's going to the impression I make in the model of the stamp will be even instead of shallow at the edges and deep in the middle, because now it has the same shape as the cylinder. We align them, and then all we do, we turn this into a cut, and we just drag it. You can either drag it this way, just do this, until all of it is inside the model, just a little bit. Doesn't need to be that deep. We're going to bring it up a little bit, so we are away from the, really, there, okay. Let's bring it down a little bit. Now here's the way I make it fun. Now we can bring this in a little bit. It doesn't need to be out that far. First, let's see if it's deep enough. Let's see. Let's join them. Yep, that looks good to me. Actually, it's probably too deep. Yeah, it's a little too deep. Let's see, what can I do? I guess just adjust it. It's only at 0.25. So there we're at 0. Let's go 0.5. Let's see what that looks like. That's good. That should be okay. This is it's gonna print sloppy. This doesn't need to be here at all. Why is that even there? Oh, what happened to this? It didn't convert correctly. This should be all the way down. This is missing a chunk. What the hell? Well, I would have to correct this first, but forget it. I'm just going to show you what this looks like. But I want to do this one. Let's do it right. But I'm going to keep this one. Perfect view, please. Always, yes. Why didn't that print correctly? Damn it, you son of a bitch. File, save as. JPEG. Let's delete the original. Now we have a JPEG. I think the PNG was messed up. JPG to SVG. This keyboard is annoying. I like it. Convertio, that's the one I like. No bullshit, no ads, no crap. Okay, convert. Let's get rid of downloads. Cat stamp. Images. Download. Okay. Cat stamp. Flash. Do you delete you? I need another one of you. Import cat stamp. Let's see if this does it right. There we go. That's what it's supposed to look like. See, now it's complete. And it looks like it's proper. It's not the freaking inverted weirdness. Hang on a second. Hey, Sarah, one live stream. What's up? Yeah, I got a couple seconds though. What's up? Okay. All right. Bye. Love you too. Marcellus was yelling his head off. Okay. This definitely needs to be much smaller and taller. Okay. Let's see how that looks. I want to do 3 rows. So this definitely needs to be smaller. Much smaller. There we go. Looks pretty good. So we take this, bring it over here, put it inside. We make this a little longer so the tool's easier to manipulate. Make sure all of the model is inside. Center it. And cut it. Now that has the proper curve. We turn that into a hole. We bring it back over to here. We stick it inside the model. We align them. Okay. Now, let's turn off the tweakingness. Let's bring it outside and then just enough to bring it. That should not be doing that. Oh, I can't do that. I'm changing the physical shape. Duh. You can't resize it once you trim it. There we go. Okay. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, once you put the cylinder cut in it, you cannot reshape it. There we go. That looks nice. All right, now we go back to the shape here. Now we bring in the master ring. You're going to like this. This is fun. I love doing stuff like this. Sides. I'll make it shorter just so it doesn't bother me. Okay. We grab those two pieces, align, anchor on this one, there and there. Now we take the cat and the ring, Control D. Now, how many degrees do we want to rotate? Let's do 30 maybe? Yeah, 30. So 3, 0, then Control D all the way around. There. Now we can delete our master ring because now we have symmetry again. Now we're going to hide this, join all the kitty cats together, bring this back. This is where it gets fun. Wait for it to join it. Come on. Come on. Get there. Get it, get it, get it, get it. Here's where it gets fun. Control D. More cats. We bring the cats up. Control. Can I do 2 actions? I don't know if I can. I'm going to try. I don't think it'll let me. It did! I can! And we have no overlap. Let's do this, this, this. Let's just stretch them out a little bit. We'll have taller cats. There we go. Okay, Tinkercat's about to choke because this is going to really push it hard. Cut it. So bend to my will. And then my cat gives me skippity paps tonight. How dare you? Because cats are mean. This is going to take a while. You know what's coming. You know what's coming. What kind of knurling is this? It's perfect knurling. And there, we now have kitty cat knurling screwdriver. How cool is that? Isn't that neat? Yep, that's going to be one of them. And turn it white like the rest. And hex, hand, cat. And I told you to put cat. That means you get rid of that one. All I did was put it together and save it. So now we have hex hand cat. Now that one you're definitely gonna want. You could print it with a 1mm, but this print's not gonna look nice. I'll show you what happens. Inside out, yes. Come on. Yeah, see, it's gone. All the details gone. Way too small. However, if we change to 0, I might need to make it deeper. Layers. What if we do 0.1? We make the first layer 200% for 0.2. Ooh, we're still losing most of it. Yeah, I gotta make it deeper. Why does it look squished? Why is this squished? Oh, no, it's not. It's just losing the detail. You're not getting the tips of the ears. The detail's being lost. It's too small. So we probably have to go to a 0.2. Or we have to make it bigger. And 0.05. Barely. And we're still losing detail. Okay, it's just way too small. Way too small. Aww. I liked it. I guess we'll have to do 2 layers. Lame. Bring this over here. Delete you. Bring this over here. Split you apart. I guess I didn't realize how small this was. Oh, it's only 20 millimeters. Oh, Jesus, that's tiny. That's a little tiny handle. It's not even an... Wait a minute. That's not even an inch long. Is it really that small? I guess it is. I gotta make it bigger. This is way too small. Let's... how big do I want to make it, though? Let's screw it. Let's keep it this small. Just got to make this bigger. Okay. That'll work. Let's make you just a little bit taller. Okay. Okay. Align everything this way. Remember, you cannot change the size of this. You just have to change its position. A little deeper. Let's see what it looks like. I'm forgetting scale. I forget how small this is. Nope, we need deeper. Go a little deeper. I just kept forgetting that it's only an inch long. There we go. And I'm probably still going to need to use the 0.2 nozzle to make this really nice. And then we grab this, Control D. Now let's see how many degrees we need to go. Probably 45. Yeah, 45. Control D, 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 D. Okay. Get rid of the ring. Hide this temporarily. Give me the cats. Join them together. Bring you back out. Give me the cats. Control D. Let's bring them up about here. Then we're going to rotate 22.5 so they're offset. And they are overlapping, so we can't do that. Will they fit if I rotate in between? Maybe. Yeah. I got to bring these down a little bit. bring this one up a little bit. I think that'll work. No, we still have an encroachment, so I got to rotate a little bit more. Oh, that looks good. There we go. No more encroachment. Now we join them together. Less cats. The universe said, "Are you crazy? That's too many cats, sir." You get more detail. That's cool. Okay. Let's get rid of the extra window. Let's get rid of the hex hand cat, since we're going to re-download it. Export STL. I didn't realize I made that so small. Looks about right for the hex bit, though. Come on. Don't make me wait. My little micro ones might be a little too micro. Purling. Yeah. Snot. It goes down my throat and I choke on it. Why are you taking so long? So I want the eye to show up. Oh, it broke it again. What the hell? How did that happen? It's broken again. What the hell? Oh no, it's still there. It's not coming out though. Oh, that's a glitch in okay, I know what I have to do. I have to export this. It's too complex. I need to simplify it. Let's see if it successfully exports first. Can I import it? This should be symmetrical, so I should get away with doing this. There is a better way to do it. This might not be symmetrical. Okay, it did successfully correctly export. Okay, but let's make the correction that I want to make now. So what I need is a master ring. I need to make you taller. I need to make you guys into one piece. Solid. Turn you into a solid. Stop it. Oh, I hate when it does that. Increase the sides. Make it hollow. You and you. Anchor you. You and you. Now we just increase the radius. Like that. I need to make the outside of the cats also a cylinder so that I can center them. Otherwise, when I re-import it, it might not center correctly. There. Now we export this in order to simplify it. Now we import it. See, now it has the exact same X and Y. Before I delete this, I have to make sure it's actually correct. Meaning make sure it didn't munge it. Okay. Really? I asked you to grab that. Yes, it looks correct. Let's make you a lighter color, because that's a shitty color. Okay. Now I can delete these. I can turn this into a hole. And I can align it with this one. Align, anchor this, get the X and Y first, and then get the Z. There we go. Now I can combine it. And it should do it without breaking it. Still broken. Okay, time to go to a new workspace. Just copy, new design. The workspace is getting too complicated. You got to go to a new workspace. Paste it. That's just something Tinkercad does every now and then. It'll break files like that. All right. Now let's try merging with the new workspace. And no, it's still breaking it. Okay. Okay. Let's try rotating. Go 22 degrees. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Yep, nope, still broke it. Why is it doing that? Why is it breaking the file? Every single one of them. Is there something wrong with the file? Maybe it's got errors. Where's Prusa Slicer? I know I installed it. Where's Prusa Slicer? Or did I not install it on this computer yet? Window. Whatever. Just download the goddamn file. You gonna download it or not? Really? You're gonna make me, hey Joe, you're gonna make me wait because I don't want to give you my email address? Yeah. Shut up and do as you're told. Blah, blah, blah. We're going to make an icon right here. It's not where I want it, but lunch. And of course, I'm an idiot. I needed that open anyway. I don't want a configuration wizard. Just load the damn file. Go away. If you find any errors, Seriously? It doesn't even tell me if it has errors anymore? Oh, no errors detected. Well, let's do a Windows repair anyway. See. Where's it at? Where's it at? Export. Import. It worked once. We saw it work. I don't know why it's being a dick. Align, anchor, you, and you. Turn you into a transparent and join. Don't be a dick. It's being a dick. See? He's putting a hole in the model right there. Don't know why. That's supposed to. It's not so. Oh, wait a minute. It is broken. I'm an idiot. The shadow is broken. So it broke somewhere else. I'm trying to fix something that's not fixable. Oh, I gotta do it again because I turned it into a single. Why is this being a pest? Okay, that's complete. Stop giving me a hard time. Way too big. Okay. Hmm. Okay. That looks good. That. Align. Join. Oh, no, I should do the inside and the outside right now. Just get this over with. Then I can simplify it as a single cat. That should be a better idea. Mhm. Oh, wow. Did I get that perfectly aligned? Really? I did. Wow. Probability of that's like minuscule. Transparent. Number of sides. Okay. That. Now we have the proper curvature. Actually, that's not the right curvature. I'm going to have to change that. I'll show you why in a moment. Please stop changing back to 1 millimeter. Let's see. What I need to do is take this and this, join it, and center it on this while anchoring this. And that's more like it. And then we take this and this, cut it. Now we have the proper shaped cat, but we don't. I messed that up. This needs to be smaller. Okay. I need to make this 18 millimeters. Technically, I don't have to do this, but I'm going to anyway. It would be close enough if I didn't do this. But this will give us a proper curvature. That is too small. Okay, does it touch? Are you going to obey my command? Yes, it does touch. Does it touch all the way? Yes, it does. Now we take this, this, and this, join them, turn this into a hollow. Let's see if I like the way it looks. Yes, I do. And it's broken again. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Oh, here's where we should be able to fix it by exporting it. Okay. The depth is good though. Okay. Now let's try that in here. Nope. Open this again. Make sure the file doesn't have any errors. I don't want to do the configuration wizard. Why is that? Oh, it is supposed to be tiny. No errors detected. Okay. Let's do it anyway. Fix. Port. Place. I don't know why it's giving me so much trouble. This is not that complex a file. Okay. Is that broken again? No. No. What is this here? Why is that there? What's that supposed to be? Why did you open in that program? I don't ever want to see that program ever again. What the hell is it opening with paint? Always use that. What the hell is this? The other half of the cat's face? I can fix that later. I'm probably going to pick a different image. Just go with it. Align, freeze here, here, and here. And we take the transparent one and delete it. This becomes the new transparent one. Let's see if this merges. There we go. No. Let's screw this up again. Oh, it's supposed to be that way? Are you kidding me? It is supposed. Oh. It's supposed to be that way. Annoying scumbag pain in the ass. It's supposed to fucking be that way. I just spent, what, 20 minutes messing with something that's exactly the way it's supposed to be? I hate when it does that. Okay. I'm dumb. I'll show you in a second. Hang on. I'm an idiot. My brain's fried. I wasn't paying attention. Come on. Is that messing with me? Would you please go the 1 degree? Jeez. Still not right. Oh, you gotta be kidding. You gotta be kidding me. Now I'm off by half a degree? Negative 0.5. Suck it. Now what are you gonna do? Nothing. Because you're a little bitch. See this part of the cat here? The ear doesn't attach to the rest of the body. I thought it was supposed to. So I thought every now and then Tinkercad will glitch and will delete part of the model. I should have realized that it was deleting the exact same part all the way around, and that's not how that glitch works. I should have known right away that something else was wrong. Meaning, something was wrong with me. I was the knobhead, not the program. uh, let's see. Cat. Delete the person too. I don't need it. Okay. Let's see if this one slices. I thought it was glitching and I just wasn't paying attention. Details are still too small. Okay, we got to make it bigger. And that's even with a 0.2 millimeter nozzle and 0.05 layer height. the details are just too small. I could probably resin print that, but that'd be about it. We need to make this bigger. So here's how we do that. Separate. Separate. We take this and this, and we join them. I thought this section here was supposed to be filled in, but it's not. This would probably look better as an embossment instead of an inlay. My fault. Completely my fault. Okay. Take this. Is it separate? Yes, it's separate. Okay. So we need this to not change shape. And we just need to scale this up a lot. Let's do it. I guess. Let's go 35. And then let's make this taller. 240. That's still much smaller than I realize. Okay. Now, we take all of this, we center it, bingo, bango. This is probably too far in. So we go in just until we see the bevel starting to form. Okay. We then hide this. And we extend this to be into this piece here and join it all together. Yeah, that handle might be well, these handles might be way too small. They'll be cute, but they're too small. Like that might not print. That might be just too small to print. Now you know what would be cool if we use some like dyed UV resin and we filled all these cats in with resin, so that was 2 colors. That'd be cool. The cat is way too small, so we're just going to delete it. Bye bye, kitty. Hello, new kitty. Okay, now let's try it. Do I have 3 iterations of this open? Yeah, let's get rid of this. Don't need that many iterations. That is not what I wanted to do, but whatever. We did it. We're going to want to go to a new printer. Let's do the Ender 3. 0.4.4, 0.96. Coast and wipe. Well, we don't need coast. We're going to do, let's do 8 perimeters. 4 and 4. I want this to look pretty. Let's do 0.2. Center it. Not bad. I'm okay with that. We're touching here. I can fix that later. But that resolution is enough. That looks decent. And there are other things I could do to smooth this. I need a better picture, but you get the idea now. You can print with an embossment like this. Where is... Oh. I'm stupid. There. Top and bottom. Infill. We do have infill. More grid. We want 25% for something like this. Oh, I was printing it in vase mode. That's stupid. There we go. That's more like it. I can live with that. Yeah, that's fine. Now, 8 times 0.4 is 3.2 millimeters. Yeah, that's a good thickness. Long print, though. 4 hours to print this. Jesus. But that looks good. I'm okay with that. I gotta make their tails not touch, but that's a pain in the butt. I can't rotate it anymore. I'll lose this. What I gotta do is I gotta make the actual cat a little narrower. But that's okay for now. That's good. I can live with that. I'm gonna make a few more designs. Like, I would like to make a NAR logo. That would be fun. NAR logo. National Association of Realtors? Really? There it is. Oh, yeah. That's nice high resolution. Oh, Guardian SVG. Nice. All right. That's not what I want to do. It's saving as a web page. Is it going to save it as an SVG or not? Where did it save it? I don't know. Where is it saving it? Documents. I just check documents. Oh, I thought that was the images. It is an SVG. This is going to be effing massive. So let's do a control copy here. Let's go back to the other workspace. Just to avoid any complexity. Get rid of you. Paste you. Okay. 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 Goodbye, kitties. Pains in my ass. Let's join you again. We have our screwdriver. Import. This is going to be big. This is going to be big. Oh, not that big. Oh, man, it's inverted again. Why does it insist on doing that? Why? I know how to fix it, but it's such a pain in the ass. It's like, why do you gotta piss me off? Freaking pain. Merge. Okay. Let's make it 18. Okay. Let's export this. And then import the terrific Williff. Come here, terrific Williff. Terrific Williff Crift. I'm doing good, Joe. How are you doing? Oh, I didn't need to make it that small. Derp. It's okay. This is all straight lines, so it'll scale fine. That's about as good as it's going to get right there. Okay. Okay. Do a center. This one be 19 by 19. 1, 9. No, 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 no. 35. So 33, roughly. 33 by 33. I think that's too small. I think we want 33.5. We want it to be taller than that. Increase the number of sides. And we want a chorus. Sides. Also hollow. Grab all these. Center on you. You. Okay, and now what we do is we increase the wall thickness until we have it all covered. Go. Now we take this, excuse me, this. That's not what I asked you to pick. Give me both of these, damn it. And this. And join. Now the appropriate curve. Actually, that would look pretty good as an embossment too. Now think about it, damn. Okay, now we take this, we anchor this, we align it this way, and we need a new master ring. Shrink it down, increase the radius. Go, Control D, not Control D, align, anchor, U and U. We take this and we duplicate it. We rotate it 180 degrees. We take this and this, and we have to rotate it by an amount evenly divisible. So 22 is not going to work, so it's going to be 30. Yes. Then we take both of these, Control D, and we're going to go 60, I believe. Yes. Control D, Control D, Control D, Control D. And there we go. Now we have a right side down, upside down, inverted NAR logo. That looks cool. I have other ideas for something I could do with that too. In fact, I want to do that. Control D. Let's bring you out here, because we're going to mess with you in a second. Hide. Turn you into a hole. And join. Now, I also want to take you. And I want to increase the wall thickness to make an embossment as well. 5. Yes. Should be able to. I can delete this. Just join this. Yeah. So now we have an innie and an outie. Are they different sizes? Oh, they sure look like it, didn't they? It's a perspective thing they're doing. So this one embosses in. This embosses out. So hex and nar innie. This is the nar innie. And this is the nar outie. Now let's see what that looks like. The outie. Cool. They look basically the same. I can't decide which one I like better. They both look good. Huh. And they should both print fine, too. Especially with that many perimeters. Oh, that's going to be a problem, though. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a problem. This bottom layer here is not going to print. Oh, it's deleting part of it. Look at that. Some of it's not getting printed. Hmm. Yeah, see, that's a dead overhang. It might not print okay. um, that really might not print okay. Just for the hell of it, let's see what happens if I print it with 1mm nozzle. One 96. Let's go down to 0.2. Ooh, 3 top and bottom. And 3 is 3mm. That's enough. I'll do 4. Will that? Or is it just going to delete everything? Yeah, it deletes everything. It whacks everything. Yeah, that won't work. This almost works. It kind of works. I might be able to make it work, but yeah. I wonder what happens if I go to 0.8. Is that enough? This looks okay. The Audi looks okay if I get rid of a couple of these extra little bits that I don't need. This little part here looks pretty good. I would even consider that acceptable. And also by getting rid of the outer part, I could make this a little bigger. So I might do that, because this would print a lot faster. I'll have to play with that. Some of this is going to be better resin printed, but the problem is the resin has no strength unless you get the expensive stuff. The tough stuff. The resin just gets so freaking brittle. Or I just need to print it bigger. If I print it with Would 2 inches across be too big for a little screwdriver handle? I don't know. Screwdriver handles aren't that big. They're usually around 30 or 40 millimeters, I think. Remember. So definitely no. This one has potential. I can make that work. Yeah, I think I can make that work. Just get rid of this extra fluff that we don't need up here. Make this part bigger. So a modified logo. I could probably make that work somehow. All right. Oh, my hair's all messed up now because I keep scratching my head. I sit here like this, and it does that. It makes my hair all floopy. All right. That's it. I'm going to get myself some 50-cent double cheeseburgers for dinner because it's almost 5 o'clock. I'll see you guys next week. These here, I got these for, I think it was $1.19. If you guys are interested, hang on. I will show you. Timo! No, this was AliExpress. That's right, this was AliExpress. This wasn't a Timo order. I also got the new solar LED Christmas light bars, $3 a piece. They came in today. I destroyed the old set. I couldn't find the exact same set again, so I was like, oh well. Let's see. Show me more. Show me more. Show me. Oh, I got something to show you guys you're going to like. Come on, where is it? Could that have been? I don't think that was a Temu order. Here it is. Here it is, guys. So let me show you my screen. So first of all, do you guys know where this is from? Who recognizes where this logo is from? There's only 7 people here. Oh, I guess it went too long. This is Chuck E. Cheese, Mechanical Rat, Pizza and Chow Casino. Monty Python, 'Tis But a Scratch. I got that one too. And this one's good. I like this one. That one is just good. And these were $1.14. No, actually, I think I got the 8mm ones. 6, 8, 8. So they're $1.29. Then this is what I got for the car. I got these were on choice for $3.36, so I saved $2. But it's just basically a cheap tube light with actually a pretty decent solar panel, so that should recharge nicely. I'm gonna mount this to the roof of both cars, and then I don't have to worry about plugging it in because when the wire comes in through the door and it rains, the water follows the wire in and drips inside the car. So these will be all outside the car, so I don't have to worry about it. But so I'm gonna get them mounted. But that's it. I will see you guys later. See you next week. Don't forget, if you're doing any Christmas shopping, use my links, please. Please use links. See you guys later.